As we wrap up 2017, time for an update from the City of Brooklyn Park. Mayor Jeff Lunde with us. Welcome again, Mayor.
Thank you.
A couple items to touch on, things happening now, things happening in the future. First is Purple Heart City. Brooklyn Park is now Purple Heart City. Tell us about the process to get there and what this means for the city.
Yeah, a few things. First it's a recognition of an award given out, started by George Washington. And so it's a recognition of people wounded in combat. And so it was an opportunity for us to kind of continue to support veterans, all veterans, and so we've done that, talked about the heritage, talked about the importance in recognizing their value in our society and how they've made a little extra sacrifice. And so there's now a parking stall at City Hall to kind of recognize that.
Very good. So next item to touch on is City Code of Conduct for the Council. Tell us a little bit about what has brought us to this point again and where the process is now. It's kind of in the middle of the process, as I understand.
Yep, so we had no code of conduct, and then I think we had some excitement on the council in the summer, and so it became painfully aware that we needed to adopt that. So we had a task force put it together. The council conduct was adopted by the council. It'll be adopted every year, so it can be modified. And so now we're going to have some meetings with the League of Minnesota Cities to talk about how can we more effective work together. And so it's a work in progress, but that means every meeting we have something to live up to and try to improve upon.
Is there a big change in a code of conduct? What does it bring, or what would be the major points that now you would follow?
Yeah, I think we've always had these expectations of what professionalism is. Now we've kind of codified what that is, but we've also talked about the process where maybe somebody falls off the rails and doesn't quite live up to those expectations. What should the council do? Until then, we've had nothing.
Very good. Let's talk solar in the city of Brooklyn Park. You've got some panels coming to town.
Yes.
Tell us where they're going to be and how that saves money for the city.
Yeah, so we've entered agreement to put solar panels on top of the police station and O&M buildings. Basically, the savings comes back to the form of the city as energy savings, so like credits. So we save on energy costs, and it's about an ROI over about 25 years. The city has the option to buy them and continue to operate them, or to have the developer pull them out.
So that's one update you'll be seeing happen in the city, but another is the City Hall itself. Hard to believe, Jeff, that the City Hall is 25 years old now, and it sounds like it needs a little attention. Tell us about that.
Well, there's that point at which Band-Aids don't fix things, so you got to really gear down and fix some stuff. And we've had problems with the window seals historically have, and so we're going to try to fix those and modernize, because there's some ADA compliance that we're not up to date on. Plus, there's different usage. People use the building differently than 25 years ago. We now have DMV center in there, so we're going to try to figure out how to revamp that, be cost effective, and do what we need to do, but not do more than that.
How about the funding for something like this? I'm sure that's the question people ask.
Yep, it's part of our CIP fund, so it comes out of a fund that we use for these type, whether it's this building, the police, the fire, the O&M buildings. It's a fund that we use for that, and so we haven't got to the final price tag because we haven't figured out exactly what we want to do with the DMV center.
Now you're up to date from the City of Brooklyn Park. Mayor, thanks again for your time.
Thank you.